Hi all, welcome to my channel. I'm Mark, this is Mark's Modz, and it is Bismarck Thursday today, guys. So we have got issue 19 or stage 19 of Build the Bismarck. Now this model never ceases to surprise me on how much there is to do in some of these issues, because we have got quite a bit to do in this issue, and it never ceases to amaze me how fiddly it's going to be, because this one looks very fiddly. So I'm hoping I get it right. I hope things go to plan. But geez, lately it's been car crash videos. So what can you say about that? So we better get started on this one. So with all that said, let's get modelling. Okay, let's get started. So we're going to be working on the bow of the Bismarck, but what we first need to do is we need to put this second gun turret into place, or sorry, barbette. It's always it's not the easiest thing to do, because you feel like you're going to break it when you're not, and that is in place. Right, okay, that went a lot easier than the last one. Right, the next thing is we do need to bring the bow over. Now it's going to be a bit up and over with the bow today. Right, so the first thing we need to do is we need to put in this shape thing here, and basically we need to, this is called a fibre optic guide, and this is just going to be going in place just here. Now it doesn't want us to glue it in, so we won't glue it in, but I will make sure it's seated all the way down in place. Okay, right, just moving the Bismarck to one side now. What we need to do, we've got this. This is the Jackstaff. This will be on the front of the ship. We've got a little hole in there. What we need to do, we've got one of these tiny little plugs, and it's asking us to fit it in the top. Now it wants to be going in the top furthest away from the hole. Now these are tiny, but they did send a spare just in case we have any problems. Now that's quite free, so I think I'm going to just put a tad of glue on the end of that so we don't lose it. So it's Bismarck, so it's a fresh cocktail stick, as always. Just get some glue out. Don't need a lot. Just going to put just a tiny bit of glue just down into it. Okay, and I'll get this again. This is definitely a tweezer job. Absolutely, definitely. And that just goes down there like so. Okay, right, next thing we know, we've got this fibre optic cable here, and it simply wants us to tie a knot in it. It's not any specific knot or anything like that. Tying a knot. It says pull it quite tight, so I have done, but it still keeps on undoing. Right, there we go. And then what it wants us to do is it wants us to feed the fibre optic cable through the hole, down through it. Right. It's one of them moments where you just you don't want to breathe. The fibre optic cable is very flimsy. It's a lot more flimsy than the X-Wing and the Spitfire. I would have thought it would have been easier to thread it up and then to grab it, because you're going in at an angle or something in the end of the jackstaff to lubricate it. Let me just do the old lick method. Right, I think I've got that started off. So if I just slowly feed it through, you don't want to damage the fibre optic cable, because that's the last thing you want to do. That worked a treat. Okay, so what we need to do now is we need to snip the excess off the end. Got to be careful because these are new screw cutters and they are super sharp. Okay, now apparently that's going to form a light. So that is very interesting. Right, so what we need to do next is we need to bring the bow over. We need to flip it. And we're working on the front of the ship. Let me just bring it round, just like there. And we need to feed this cable down through this hole here. You need to make sure that the light is at the front. Okay, so we've done that. Next, what we need to do is we need to bring over this support. I'm going to drop it over the top of the jackstaff, and it's basically like it's done there. That's how it's going to go in. But we do need to glue this this support in. So I'm gonna. It says to put it on the pegs, but I'm just gonna do my normal method, which is far easier. I'm just putting it in the hole. To tell you the truth, this is going a lot better than what I thought I would. But you see, when you see the parts in the instructions compared to the parts you get, remember the instructions are zoomed in, so they do tend to look a lot bigger, and you think, oh, that's not going to be too bad, and then it turns out to be an absolute nightmare. Okay, that's now in place like that. Okay, I'm just going to let that dry a little bit, because if I was to turn that over straight away, that glue is going to come on, that is just going to fall off. So let's just leave it in place for a bit, just check it. Yeah, it's sort of held. Okay. So next thing we need to do is we do need to flip this back over, because we've got this little detail here. Now I'm just seeing how they want this on. Right, okay. So it's going on this way. Hang on, that's going towards the back of the ship. Just comparing the pictures. So you can't see what I'm doing, but I'm basically threading this on. Right, have I got that on the wrong way around? I believe I... No, I don't. I don't have it on the wrong way around. Feel for that one. Okay, so I've got that threaded in. Now it wants us to glue this in place. It's going to be going in just down there. And bring my glue back across. I do think, to be honest, is my confidence in this, building this model, is going up. Going up and up and up and up. And I'm getting more confident with it. I do know it's been it's been daunting at first, but as I'm going along and building it, I'm getting a bit more confident every time. Right, that's now in place. Okay, right, so that little guide's in. Okay, right. Next thing we need to do is we now need to bring the cable down through here. Just down through there. And then it says we need to cut off where it comes in. I just might want to make sure this cable's not too tight, but not too loose either before I cut this. Okay, I'm happy with that. There we go, that's cut. Okay, it has come out again. Right, that's in place. Okay, right, next step is to get the LED that we've been supplied. And I'm going to turn it around this way so I know I'm getting it right. Right, so wanting to go in like that. This is exactly what it's showing in the diagram. Then we need to get this block here. Suppose this is what's going to hold it all together. Okay, and this is going on. If we don't chuck it away, that LED really wants to come out. If it starts getting fiddly, it's going in, it's getting glued in. That's on there, and then we need to screw it into position. Now we'll tell you what screw it is, but instructions. Okay, that's now screwed into place, and I do believe that's everything locked in place. Let me just get that screw detail for you. The screws were PB to 2x4mm screw. Okay. Right, so what we need to do next is we need to hook it up to the circuit board. So we're going up, we're going through this hook at the top. Okay, and this is going to be going into port 1. So let's check that we're getting it in the right way. There's not much, when it's hooked through there, much room to get this in. Right, that's in place. Right, now we're going to test it. So I've got the test board here. So remember, I've got it all ready. It is off. This is going into port 5. Turn this over. Remember, it is going to do its usual calibration thing when I switch it on. So here we go. Don't have anything that's going to go. Click, 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 click. There we go. Okay. Right, so here we have it. If I press S3, the light on the front should come on. Which it does. Now if I just turn, oh sorry, and I go to side camera, you can see that little light at the front there. Wow, that's really, really nice. A bit closer, there we go. That's really, really nice. That really just, when the ship's going to be lit up and everything, that is going to be amazing. But that is that issue done. So that is stage 19 complete. And I'm really happy with that issue. Yeah, I think I did a lot better than I thought I would do. But yeah, issue 19 is complete. Well, that was really, really interesting build. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I think again with this ship, it's take your time. Don't rush it. Don't, you know. And like I said, I'm getting more confident with that ship now as I'm building it. And I really thoroughly enjoyed that issue, where maybe a few issues ago, I would have been absolutely screaming at it. But I do always prepare the parts before I start recording. And I look through the instructions. And if there's something that I don't understand in the instructions, I'll keep reading it until I do understand it for you guys. Anyway, if you like the video, please give it a massive thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell, and you'll be notified of any future videos that come out on the channel. But as for always guys, stay safe and bye for now.